In this video, I'm going to take you through a 10-minute chair workout. So this will be a really good one for you if you have any ankle, knee, hip, or back issues, if you want to try and get your lower limbs a little bit stronger or just more mobile. So we're going to go for 10 minutes. We've got 10 exercises. We're going to do 30 seconds on and 30 seconds off. So we're going to have 30 seconds of rest in between each exercise. The first few are going to be seated, and then there's going to be a few slightly more challenging ones in standing towards the end of the video. So do follow along. There's a countdown timer in the corner that you can have a look at. Wait for those rest periods. And the first exercise we're going to start off with is some seated hip flexion. So it's just like a march on the spot like this. I've got a timer in front of me, so I'm looking, and we're going 2, 1, and off we go. So you're just going to bend from the hip, try and keep the knees at 90 degrees. You're going to stay seated, and you just work through a range of movement that feels comfortable for you. So if you do have any hip arthritis or soreness in the hip, then even if you're just doing a little raise off the floor, that's absolutely fine. But keep going, nearly there. And then we are going to rest. And we're going to have 30 seconds of rest. So first few is just going to be to increase that blood flow to the legs, to the joints, warm up those muscles, get the heart rate going a little bit, and then we're going to be on to the next exercise. Next exercise is going to be seated knee extension. So we're going to go one leg first, and you're just going to straighten the knee out in front of you and then come back down. So we're going to do one side, and then we're going to do the other side. So off we go. I'm going to do right side first, seated knee extension. And again, just work through a range that's comfortable. If you have got a sore, painful knee and you don't feel comfortable going all the way to the end of the range, that's fine. Just work through a range that feels comfortable. If you can go all the way to the end of the range, amazing. What you might want to do is really try and squeeze that thigh muscle at the end of the range to sort of exaggerate the exercise and make it a little bit harder. Perfect. Right leg done, another 30-second rest, and then we're going to move on to the left side. Make sure you're nice and comfortable in your chair. These are really nice ones to do if you are sort of a bit stiff first thing in the morning, if you are a little bit achy towards the end of the day because you've been sat down for long periods during the day. Nice 10-minute workout, quick, easy to do anywhere, and you definitely feel like you've achieved something at the end. So left leg this time. So we're going up, down. If you can sort of really bring your toes towards you at the end of the range, that'd be really good. You should feel a sort of a bit of a stretch in the calf, the back of the lower leg. Keep that knee moving. And if any of these exercises are a little bit too easy, you could always grab some ankle weights. You can get those from lots of sports shops. Pop some ankle weights on the end of your legs, and that will just add a little bit more resistance. 3, 2, 1, done. Okay, perfect. Next one is going to be a seated heel raise. So very simple. You're just going to bring your heels off the floor and then slowly back down. Heels off the floor and then slowly back down. But enjoy your rest. You've got 10 seconds left, and then we're going to go both legs at the same time for this one. Excuse me. Okay, so 2, 1, off we go. So up, down. So heels off the floor, heels back down, heels off the floor, heels back down. If you wanted to make it a little bit trickier, just really sort of push those toes into the ground, squeeze those calves at the end of the range. You can hold for a few seconds. Or if you've got any weight at home, you can pop it across your lap, and that'll add a little bit of extra resistance. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Well done. Perfect. So, seated exercise is done. We're going to stand up now. We're still going to be using the chair for some support. And the next exercise we're going to do is some balancing. So, if we have got any joint pain, if we haven't been using the leg as much as we were previously, we've been compensating, then you might find your balance is a little bit off. So we're just going to try 30 seconds of balancing on one leg. So off we go. So I'm going to go right leg first. Now I'm to the side of the chair so that you can see me nice and easily. If you did want to stand side on, so you've got both hands on the chair, that's absolutely fine. You could always progress by going from 2 hands to 1 hand, and then even just decreasing finger touch will be a nice progression, and that will make things harder. So nearly there, keep going. If you want to focus on one point on the wall, that might help you concentrate a little bit better. And we're done on the right leg. Perfect. Have a rest. You might sort of shake things out a little bit. Ready for the next one. And this time we're going to go on for the left leg. So we're going to go for 30-second balancing on the left side. The balance exercise is exactly the same as the strength exercise. You want to challenge our balance. So if you do feel like you're a little bit wobbly, that's absolutely fine. You're supposed to. It's about gradually stressing your system to cause adaptation and change. So on to the left one we go. Hold on if you want to. If you feel like you can do it without, that's fine. Or just have your hand hovering. You might go for 5 seconds and feel like you have to put your hand down, that's fine. Get yourself steady, hand back off, and away we go. So standing on one leg, chairs there if you need it for some confidence, some safety and some support. 10 seconds left. And we're gonna squeeze our tummies in, squeeze our bottoms in, try and stay nice and stable. 3, 2, 1. Perfect, great work. Right, next one, supported squat. So I'm going to stand side on. I'm going to move the chair so it's facing that way. And it's going to be a chair exercise because you're going to hold on so you feel nice and comfortable. Now with a squat, you're aiming for pushing your hips back. What a lot of people do is bring their knees forwards. We don't want that. You should be able to see your toes. And as you can imagine, you're going to sit down in a chair behind you. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the reason this is important, and a lot of people are scared of doing squats because they think they're uncomfortable, and sometimes they are uncomfortable, but if we want to get better at things that we struggle with in the day, like getting out of a chair, for example, we have to practice those movements. If we just avoid them, we're just going to get worse at them. It's very simple. But what you will be able to find is there will be a level of tolerance that you can achieve. It doesn't have to be all the way down. It doesn't have to be without support, but a little bit of support through a small range that you feel comfortable with is perfect. Done, well done. Okay, excellent. Next one, we're going to do some supported heel raises. So in standing, similar to the ones in seated, but you've got your body weight going through your legs now to add that extra resistance. So double leg, heel raise, both at the same time. You're going to go up and down. Slowly up and down. We've got 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So all the way up, squeeze those calves, and slowly down. Again, if you feel like you can't go, try and work through the whole range if you can, but if you feel like you can't work through the whole range, half the range is fine, and then back down. It's just about trying to work to fatigue, trying to make your muscles feel like they're doing something. If you get to that stage, you feel like they are a bit achy, a bit tired, you will be stimulating some change in the tissue, which is what we're looking for. Good, 3, 2, 1, and relax, off. Nearly there. Last couple of exercises, we're going to do some hip abduction. Again, you can keep the chair in front of you so you can put 2 hands. I'm going to do it to the side so you can see me easier. You're going to go right leg first, stand up nice and straight, and you're just going to bring the leg out to the side and then back to the middle. Out to the side and then back to the middle. So right leg first, a few seconds left of our rest, and then we're going to go. So out to the side, and then back in. If you feel like you need to hold on with 2 hands, that's absolutely fine. Key things that people tend to do wrong with this one is lean to the side as the leg goes out. So try and keep your trunk nice and still and turn the foot out. So keep your toes facing forwards and then bring the leg back in. Toes facing forwards, bring the leg back in, trunk nice and upright. And this is going to be working the muscles on the outside of the hip, your glutes, which are really important for hip function, but also knee function as well. So that's the right side done. Tell you what I might do is just come over to this side so I can hold on here, and we're going to go left side next. Now you really want to, as much as possible, be doing exercises in standing if possible, just because they're far more functional than exercising sitting. If you want to get better at doing stuff in standing, you have to do exercise in standing. So nearly there, 2, 1, and then left side. So keep that trunk nice and upright. squeeze that tummy. You can keep the leg moving, or you can touch and then come back out to the side. Good. Keep going. Well done. Nearly there. Last one. If you have found this a little bit too easy, just click the replay button and you can do 2 sets of this, or you can even do 3 sets of this if you find that it's been helpful. Perfect. Well done, and stop there. So great work. If you've managed to get to the end of the video, well done. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions about regressions or progressions of these exercises, then you can feel free to ask questions in the comment section below the video. If you have found the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more of Genuine Physio's videos. And whilst you're doing that, I will see you in the next one.